NBA basketball is back. This is your Denver Sports Daily for October 22nd. Let's go.
Taking you through your morning headlines, it's Denver Sports Daily with Rachel Vigil.
The NBA tips off tonight at 5:30 against the New York Knicks. They will play Boston. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be the first game of the NBA season. You know, there's been a lot of anticipation towards this. And with, everything that's happened this past offseason with teams, this whole season, there's so much to dive into with all the trades that have happened. Obviously, with the Nuggets, we have Russell Westbrook now joining us. We lost KCP and Reggie Jackson. But still, this is going to be an amazing season to watch. I'm so excited to see, what teams end up as, where teams go in the playoffs, because I think there's going to be a lot of changes. I've said before, I think that the Memphis Grizzlies are one of the underrated teams in the West. I think the Pelicans are one of the underrated teams in the West. So for us to finally get to start to see it in the NBA season, I'm very excited. I'm ecstatic. This is the best time of year. I've said it so many times this past month. There's so much that has happened with the Broncos on their 3-game win streak, and now they're doing well. The Avalanche not doing as well as they could, but they have a chance to, kind of bump their stats up. They are playing tonight, and now the NBA is starting again. It's so much fun. I'm really excited. So finally, NBA basketball is here. Moving on, Aaron Gordon was re-signed by the Denver Nuggets. Not re-signed, extended by the Denver Nuggets. They extended him 4 years, $133 million. That's a huge get. And some people I'm hearing, they don't like this move as much. They don't like that we extended him for so long and for so expensive. But I have to disagree with those people. I think that Aaron Gordon is one of the most important people that has ever played for the Nuggets franchise. You talk about a glue guy and you make him as important, as impactful as Aaron Gordon. It is perfect. He has been so amazing for this team and what they did in their championship run, especially what they did in their championship run, and then continuously after that. It's just been exactly what you want from a player that you're picking up in a trade. Now, also with him, we have our core players. We have our starting four. Well, we have five, but our four, who are Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Nikola Jokic, and Aaron Gordon, all through 2027. We did exactly what we were supposed to in signing and extending our core pieces for that long. And I know there's a lot of people that think, with KCP gone, it's not going to be as good. With Reggie Jackson gone, we're not going to get as far as we did. With Bruce Brown leaving the year before last, we're not going to get back to a championship level. But those four players are what won us the championship. KCP was a huge help. Don't get me wrong. Bruce Brown was an impactful player. Reggie Jackson, huge impact for this team, but they didn't make an impact like these four players do. And now you're talking about those four players staying until 2027. And you have the three young guys you extended this year in Julian Strawther, Peyton Watson, and Christian Brown. You extended Julian Strawther until 2027. Watson and Brown are both here until 2026. And they are the most important young players on the team. So we have our most valuable core members of this team until 2027. Now, there's a lot that can be said about where are they going to go when the bench starts to dwindle. Because now we're pulling Christian Brown off the bench, and we only have those two players. And we're sure we have Russell Westbrook coming off the bench too, but it's not going to be as hard as I think people are making it out to be. This championship window is wide open. It's wide open. There are things going around of people saying that the championship window is closed since we lost Bruce Brown and now we lose KCP and Reggie Jackson. And I don't agree with those people at all. I think our championship window is wide open. I think that we have all the talent that we need, all the talent that got us that championship. And I think that we have a good chance this season, next season, and the season after that. I'm saying it right here. I'm not closing out our championship window until Nikola Jokic leaves, and that's not at least until 2027. So that's where I stand on that. Great extension for Aaron Gordon. I'm a big fan of it. He is so impactful. He can give you 30 a night, or he can go lock up LeBron James. He is that kind of player that you need, that is versatile and can do whatever you ask him to on the floor. So that's huge to me. I'm a big fan of the move. But moving on, the Nuggets are coming in kind of underdogs this season. The Vegas doesn't have high hopes for them, and neither do the odds makers. They are projected to only win 50.5 games, coming off a season where they're tied their franchise record with 57 wins. Now, this comes after we lost some of our players in KCP and Reggie Jackson. But we did get Russell Westbrook, and I think that also might be dwindling it, because if you've seen Russell in his past couple of seasons, he hasn't been the star that we come to grow and love. When he was on OKC, when he was on the Rockets, when he was in DC, but still, he is now coming into a spot where he knows where he is on the bench. He knows what he does. He knows what he's good at and what his skills are. And I think he's going to be a huge impact off the bench, and it's going to kind of liven up that second group. But yeah, 50.5 wins. I'm not a fan of that. I think that's way too low. And not only that, but they're tied for the 6th best odds to win the championship. I would have had them much higher. They came into the offseason this past season tied for second with the Boston Celtics, still being in the top 2. But again, is after those offseason trades and moves that kind of lowered their odds. But still, like, this team is so good right now, and it's just a classic case of the Nuggets being underrated again and again and again. The Nuggets are the most underrated team in the league, and it just stays so. Like, every single year, we see that they are underrated. Nikola Jokic comes in third in the MVP odds when he's won 3 now. He comes in, the Nuggets come in so underrated, projected only get 50.5 wins. I think we're destroying that. I could see us being a 55-win team, a 60-win team if we're really locked in. But I think that what we need to do right away is start off hot, and we've seen it perform. We start off games hot, we start off the season hot, and we kind of fatigue towards the end of the season, which is where I think that bench play needs to kind of come in much more. We can't have Nikola Jokic out there playing 48 minutes a game. We can't do that. That's not a successful way to play. We just, we need to lock in on what our skills are, and our skills are starting hot. Our skills are starting hot. So that's what we need to do in the beginning of the season. We need to come out on Thursday. They do play this Thursday against OKC in Denver, and we need to come out hot, swinging. We need to show this young team that we're still the powerhouse in the West. We are the juggernaut that teams are looking at right now, and I'm excited for it. I'm very, very interested to see where we are going to go with this. But again, like, I'm looking at these odds, and I'm just like, you fools, you guys are not right. You guys are going to make another mistake underrating the Nuggets, and I'm a big fan of it. Keep underrating us. We're going to go back. I have been saying it the whole show. Our championship window is wide open, and you wouldn't be stupid to take the Nuggets winning the championship. I like that. I take that any day of the week. I think that the Nuggets are not only going to go far, but a deep playoff run and a championship run. I think they're going back to the championship. I don't think that there's a team that matches up with us. The Minnesota Timberwolves do match up fair, but after that game 7 this past offseason, there's not a chance we're losing to them like that again. They lit a fire under us, and I am such a fan of seeing what we're going to do. I'm so excited for it, guys. I'm so excited for it. But that's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily today. I'm going to be back with you guys again tomorrow. The Avs do play tonight. They play the Kraken at 6:30 p.m. So I'll be recapping that game. Hopefully we can get a win and bump to 3-4. I know we started 0-4, but 2 wins this weekend is a big deal. So if we can keep on this hot streak and keep rolling, I will have to eat my words and say that the Avs may have a chance to do something great. But I will be back with you guys again tomorrow recapping that game. But as of now, that is all that I have for your Denver Sports Daily. I'll see you guys then. Bye.